Well, if any of the 5 of you who have watched the van videos, I guess there's a update. The last, I think, July 2022, I pulled up to my aunt's house one day after work just to check on her. And I was about to make my way to, I don't know, the truck stop du jour, bed down for the night. I went out and started up the bus and the engine just popped. So that was that. Actually talked AAA into towing the damn thing to the shop. Anyway, long story short, it's been in storage for the last 2 years at $90 a month. And finally, this summer, I finally got all the stuff I wanted out of it. Prepared to just give it away, salvage it, junk it, just moving on. I got 60 good days out of that, 60 nights. It was wild. I was sitting in the break room at Amazon. Huge windstorm blew in, and I watched that bus as the solar panels just blew right off the roof. I had to run out and chase them down. It was a mess, but I got 60 nights out of it. And I figure for the thousands of dollars I spent, it came out to about $260 a night for my adventure. I slept in temperatures as low as 20 degrees outside in a snowstorm in May, and endured, not badly. Afternoon temperatures at 100. It's crazy out here. You just find some shade and as the wind blows, it's bearable. And every night it cools off. So, my sister, everybody else thinks I was a fool. Who cares? It was my money, and I've never been anything but foolish with my money. And it was an adventure. I learned a lot, but it's over finally. Finally found a couple from Missouri that thought they could do something with it. And see ya. But the job thing. Sure's been a trip. So I had this really great gig with Kroger. All I got was a t-shirt. And it was a really good job. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it in that I was going for a promotion because I didn't exactly enjoy the job I was doing. But I interviewed and I got the promotion. So December 5th, I filled out the online application, and it stated very clearly that the applicant, the job acceptance would be pending testing for illegal drugs. I said, well, thank God I'm in Colorado. I do not do illegal drugs. I wasn't worried about it. That was December 5th. Well, they drug their feet. They, the holidays. And it wasn't until January when I finally got the interviews, aced the interview. My new boss said it was the best interview he'd ever conducted. Everybody's excited, pat me on the back. I leave for my 2 days off, and upon my return, I'm expected to go into my new role. And that afternoon, I got a phone call from the lab, from the doctor at the lab, asking if there's a good reason why I would have tested positive for cannabis. I said, well, because I smoke cannabis. It's Colorado. She said, well, okay, just checking. We'll just report the findings to your employer. And so 2 days later, before I head back to work, I get a call from the HR department. And I was like, you guys didn't really have cannabis on that drug screen, did you? She goes, in fact, they did. And not only do you not get the promotion, but we have to terminate your employment. I'm still wrecked. So in those 5 weeks, I probably could have cleaned myself out, but whatever. I'm so sick of the tyranny. So, okay. I got on unemployment. Worked out pretty good. I finally got a job at a little bake shop where you prepared the baked goods for, I don't know, 5 or 6 different restaurants. And they had some really good food, but it was a fucking mess. Serving expired food. It was just dirty, it was dangerous, it was cramped. It was so fucking hot. And this was in the late winter and early spring, and it was already hot. An overnight shift, and I just knew I wasn't going to make it. So I actually gave my notice there, and then found this Alzheimer memory care facility. And it was a sweet gig. Just 4 people on the team, 43 residents, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks. So I went in at 10, got out at 6 every day. It was a breeze, but it was short-staffed, very badly run. The way these residents, oh my God, the substandard care was hard to witness. And my boss just went psycho. And of my 5 shifts as a cook, he had me one day each week running a full dishwasher shift. And I'm not a snob. I've washed dishes many times, but that's not what I was hired for, and they weren't taking any positive steps toward getting that position filled, and I didn't see it getting any better. And I just didn't know. So, fine, right? Well, the borderline personality disorder makes choosing the right reaction really difficult, because I've got a real keen sense of right and wrong, and when shit does not line up, and we discuss it, and we're all in agreement, and it continues to not line up, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to exist with that. I would tell my boss that excellence cannot exist in the presence of mediocrity. Mediocrity is kryptonite to excellence. And I always start out excellent. And then mediocrity shows up, and I can't maintain the act. One time at a Hyatt here in Denver, I was in the lobby as a bellman, and I watched the executive committee coming across the lobby just as I'm in a fit with somebody about something. They've got balloons and a certificate and a check, and they're coming to me. I've just won Employee of the Month. And this was the beginning of the end of that experience. It went downhill real fast after that. I don't know what it is. It is a trip. But that's that's the bus. And now, moving on. I gotta get another job. And I'll hate it. I've done everything. And I don't want to do anything I've already done ever again. I just guess I need to get medicated. I need some Zoloft.